Hi. I'm going to be talking about Star Wars, The Mandalorian. So, I'm actually okay with what's going on in the third season. I've seen a lot of comments about people not liking it, how it's goofy or cliche, like the last episode. I actually love the last episode. And spoiler, Din Djarin and Bo-Katan solve actually three problems involving three different cultures. That seems to be the main theme of the third season as it goes into cultures and politics a little bit more. I think part of this is reaction to Andor show, which actually did that masterfully, but also the fact that George Lucas is involved with Dave Filoni and John Favreau. This is not a Kathleen Kennedy thing like a lot of people are kind of pushing the idea. Kathleen Kennedy was actually pulled out of the show, and you can kind of see it by how the creators are actually reacting to it and trying to design it. It's not as goofy. Now, can a show always be better? Yes, I'm fully admitting to that. But I can see in John Favreau and Dave Filoni that they actually love the show. Like I've actually watched plenty of other shows they've done, like Tales of the Jedi, the Bad Batch, um, the Clone Wars, um, all of them, and even Rebels was actually really good. So I'm okay with you going into like deeper detail, and I thought it was interesting how they talked about democracy and the showing the droids as kind of in the last episode as a kind of political refugees, and it was interesting how the leaders actually got the Mandalorians in the form of Din Djarin and Bo-Katan involved. At first, I thought it was going to be kind of goofy how they were setting up, but I actually found it kind of interesting, and it kind of showed me a different side of Din Djarin that I actually liked because it brought a lot of stuff that actually came in from the last season into this season, and how it shows that Din Djarin can learn. So in reality, they actually solved like three different problems, and I thought that was kind of cool. Now, I follow like a bunch of like different people, including some of the people that are actually talking bad about the third season. But I'm also talking about listen to people that actually have people on the inside that are actually trying to see what's going on. And hopefully Kathleen Kennedy is going to be gone, as like a lot of people are suggesting, possibly even sooner if the new indie movie fails. But if not, I can give allowances to someone who actually loves Star Wars, and Kathleen Kennedy and people who are like her clearly don't. They're into it for like woke politics and try to change it into like men versus women and have very bad writing. Like I hated that about the last trilogy was like just some of the writing was just atrocious. And I tried to give it a chance because I love Star Wars so much, and I spent so much of my life following it since I was like a little kid. But as a Star Wars fan, I actually like it when you go deeper. I loved Timothy Zahn and so many other writers. And if you haven't checked out the other shows that I mentioned, I do recommend them. The Clone Wars alone actually goes into it from the Clone Troopers' point of view, which was fascinating to me to actually see it because they try to do it in the movies to a point, but it's kind of an overview. But I like how it's going, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully people give it a chance because I think in the end, especially if we're able to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, that it will actually help bring Star Wars back to what it was. And I'm very happy that George Lucas is back and he's involved in all of this. So that's what I got to say about that. I'm trying to do other videos and stuff like that. This was kind of a quick one I did because I just felt the need to talk as a fan of the series and say that as despite the bad press it's getting, I actually really like what's going on. All right, well, take care. Bye.